In this demo, we will be creating an EKS cluster. We will be spinning a one cluster and see how what are the options we have. So simply just click on create, type your cluster name as EKS test. The Kubernetes version that you can want to choose, you can define. So cut the most recent one is 1.24. You can also use 1.43. So no rules is found. So I'm gonna. So what you need to do is you need to create a class. So you can just leave that as it is, or what you can do is you can just simply click on create a role. So basically this service role, what it will do, it will allow the Kubernetes managed by EKS to make calls to other AWS services on your behalf. So basically this role is going to include the permission that EKS needs to require to create and manage your EKS cluster. So you can click on next, but yeah, this definitely this role is required. So what you can do, you can go to the docs, you just simply click on this, and this is how you can create the EKS cluster role. So just click on create role, choose AWS service and choose EKS, then click on EKS and then click on next. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on roles. I'm going to click on create role. I'm going to choose the AWS service as EKS, EKS cluster, right? So here what I need to do is I need to choose the EKS cluster for your use case. I choose the EKS cluster here. I'm going to click on next. It will automatically add the EKS cluster policy. That's cool. I'm going to name this role as EKS cluster role. Then click on create role. So this role has been created. I'm going to go back to my console. I'm going to refresh this page. So now EKS cluster role is being listed here. So now click on next. Choose the VPC. Yep, this is going to be my default VPC. Choose the security group here. Let's leave as it is for now. You can also specify the Kubernetes service IP range here. Okay, so if what IP range you want your services to get the IP address. Okay, you can define that particular range here. Endpoint I'm gonna leave for public as now. So this means everyone, this API server will be exposed over the internet. So you can enable the cluster, logging here, and then click on next. What add-ons I want to install with my EKS cluster. So yep, click on next. So leave as everything as it is, and then click on create a cluster. So now this cluster is going to create, and now it will have going to have the API server endpoint, and that is exposed publicly because I choose as public. If I click on networking, I got one VPC. This is my cluster security group. API server is public, and this is open to all traffic. And this is my service IP range, which is get auto assigned automatically. Add-ons I have here is kubeproxy, VPC CNI, and core DNS. So the CNI is responsible for managing the pod networking inside my EKS cluster. Core DNS enable the DNS management part here, and then kubeproxy responsible for service networking. So yes, that's it for this lecture. And if you want to add worker nodes, so you can simply click here, you can come here and you can start adding the node group here, but you need to wait before this cluster can get successfully created. It will take around 10 to 15 minutes. After that, this cluster is ready to be used. So that's just basically the general introduction of EKS, and that's all you need to know at this level. And if you are going to the examination, so I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.